Well, we live. All right, so yeah, I guess we live. All right. So go ahead and get started. This is the Tuesday night brotherhood and sisterhood class. We're just gonna give the brothers and sisters a little bit of time to get in here. Y'all pretty much know how it goes on Tuesdays. I'm gonna bring something out heavy to y'all tonight. We're just gonna go right into it. I'm gonna read out of this book, the psychology book that I got. Of course, I want to revisit that a little bit because I was actually talking to someone. Y'all can check out the and myself and Captain Ariel was going back and forth about this topic on last Friday night show. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to bring it out, revisit it, you know what I'm saying, and really drop something new that I found on y'all or whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get the class started. If y'all could just give me like a couple seconds to get everybody in here. Well, a couple more people in here, and then we'll go ahead, we'll play the intro, and then we'll get started. All right, let's get it.
When I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. Leave you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her over, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, soldier seek for some bloody bees. True nature, cut the conversation, better keep it brief.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny.
When I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. Leave you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her over, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, soldier seek for some bloody bees. True nature, cut the conversation, better keep it brief.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny.
All right, here we go. Where y'all at? Y'all in here? What the hell? We got 10 people in here. They act like they couldn't wait for 2 seconds. All right, so what's going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody coming through tonight, man. It's going to be a good one. I got something I want to share with y'all. It's about, the psychological warfare that's being played on our people, right? So I wanted to expand it, just to kind of put y'all on game when I get put up on game with what I'm seeing, right? So y'all know what is the main focus of, if y'all, I know y'all don't remember none of the classes that I did, but what is the main focus of psychology? Could you get us? We're gonna get a sister a hand. Damn. The main focus of psychology is control. Now, if somebody could check the feed real quick, if you go to ISUPK One West online classes, if y'all could check me out, let me know if the volume sounds good. If y'all could throw up a 1 in the chat, I greatly appreciate it. So what we got? We got Makwadash, Bath, Yahawada. What's going on? Say shalom. Yahweh Shemal Lathan Bashim Yahweh Shai. To you, you know what I'm saying? Maria Stevenson, shout out to you. Mind control, yeah, that's right. Mind control. What else? Yaganan, Israel, Trooper out of Austin, Texas. What's going on? What's it like? It's got to be like what? 5 o'clock over there? Damn, you in class early. Just starting paint. What's going on? Hey, we need to find out what just starting paint means in Hebrew. Olivia Arnold, what's going on in San Bernardino? Damn, everybody in class like at 4 o'clock. Princess Aitara, Barack Wanizi, what's going on? Toronto in the building, what's going on? And you know, I appreciate everybody, man, who's been rocking out with the class, man. And so one of the things that I wanted to bring out was psychology, right? So I'm reading out of this book right here. So what we do here is we don't hide the books from, you know what I mean, the brothers and sisters that's out there that want to learn and find these books. Now, you might not find this one. You know what I'm saying? This one right here is the introduction to psychology. Now, it was hard for me to find this book. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's been revised so many times that you'll buy the book and you won't get the version that you're really looking for because of how many times it's been revisited. I mean, how many revisions that it has. So they got it all the way up to 16. Well, the jewel that I wanted to get is in the 9th edition. All right. So the 9th edition, now I want Nahalia to read this. Okay, somebody get him the mic too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, give him the mic. You got the mic? That's right. Yeah, get the mic. Damn, it's good to see you, my brother. All right. Let me see. Go ahead and say something.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go.
Testing 1 2.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna learn about the social learning approach. Does anybody know what the social learning approach is? All right, no sweat. All right, so I'm gonna break it down. Now, I'm gonna officially announce it tonight. I am doing part 2 of the lecture. It's gonna be the state of white supremacy, part 2. You know, like French. You know what I mean? It's gonna be part 2, and I'm gonna expand on this, right? So, man, I want everybody to come out. If you could come to this lecture. It's going to be after the Passover, of course, but it's going to be 3 months from now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come. I'm going to hit you with, because look, man, it was so much information that I had the first time that I just freestyled the whole lecture because I had so much information already in my mind that I couldn't even bring out the other stuff that I had that I didn't, you know what I mean, that I couldn't get out because of the time issues. So what I'm gonna do is this time I'm gonna bring out the stuff that I didn't bring out before, but I'm also gonna update it. So what I'm trying to do is a state of white supremacy series where you get updated as new things change, right? So I want to add some more into it, right? I want to show y'all how they sculpted the ghetto. What was the experiments that they derived off of to create the ghetto, and how they knew what would happen if they did it. All right. Now, like the sister said, which was right, European psychology is based off of control, right? How much control you can get over people, how you can control people. But in the field, they use things like a dog, a rat, a pigeon, things like that, right? Animals. They use these animals and they test these animals. And so when a person goes into the psychology field, they're not going to get a black person. He might be smarter than the white man who's in the class with him. But the white person that's in the class is going to get more educated to what it really is because his people already manipulated the world already. And he can closely align with the professor because usually these professors who brought a lot of this stuff out are white men. So the black man who goes in this class into psychology, he's going to get educated, but he's going to get educated off of the theoretical part of psychology, like the Pavlovian experiment, the classical conditioning, operant conditioning. So he's going to look at it like, oh, if you take a dog and you put a dog in a harness and you shock his back legs, and if you put a dog in a harness and you shine a light, then you give him food, and then you shine a light, then you give him food, and then he's going to get classically conditioned. You get my point? But what they don't understand is that with psychology, it's a deeper meaning, and the deeper meaning is that it's about how they can control essentially everybody, but mainly black people. All right. So I'm going to bring some of it out today to get us into it. So this is the social learning approach, and I'm going to have Trooper Nahal read it. The highlighted area. All right. So hold on. Let me see. Who came up in here, man? Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. All right. No, my thing, what's the name, kind of went up a little bit. Let me fix my camera for y'all. All right. All right. Let me just bring my camera in a little bit. All right. I think that's good. All right. No sweat. So we getting it on. All right. Let's get it. All right, so could you let them know where you at, and then I'll break it down as we go through. I got a couple of scriptures. A lot of this stuff, I'm gonna drop a few scriptures, and I'll take some questions, but I really just want to keep it on topic because I just want to hit y'all real fast, and then we can just leave it there, right? Because I don't want to give y'all too much information that you can't retain. All right, you got it.
It's the Introduction to Psychology, the 9th edition.
Mm-hmm. By who?
By Rita L. Atkins and Richard C. Atkins, Edward E. Smith, and Ernest R. Hilgard.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
And it's page 426, chapter 13. And it's called Social Learning Approach. Trait theorists focus on personal determinants of behavior.
Right. So, okay. So there are personal determinants to how a person behaves, right? If you wanted a person to behave a certain way, then you will put them in a certain situation that will determine what kind of behavior that they display, right? i.e. the ghetto, right? Keep going.
They assume that traits predispose the individual to respond consistently in different situations. Situations have some impact. Tom does not respond as aggressively when an attractive waitress accidentally spills a cup of coffee on him.
Right. So depending on certain situations, a person can act one way or they can react a different way. But in some situations, you can see how, a person might not, like, say you spill something on somebody, or somebody spills something on you, they might think like you're going to automatically be pissed off, but you might just be like, oh, nah, it's cool, it's all right, no sweat, you know what I'm saying? And so this is what this is talking about. Keep going.
Okay, it says Tom doesn't respond aggressively when an attractive waitress accidentally spills a cup of coffee on him, as he does when a truck driver cuts in front of him in congested traffic.
Right, because that's two different stimuli, right? In the situation, it's a fine chick, or it's this dude that's a truck driver. Keep going.
but trait theorists assume that Tom will behave more aggressively in both situations than will Mike, who scores lower in the aggression measurement on a 16 PF scale. Social learning theory, in contrast, emphasizes the importance of environmental or situational determinants of behavior.
So say that. Read that one more time.
Social learning, in contrast, emphasizes the importance of environmental or situational determinants of behavior. For social learning theorists, behavior is the result of a continuous interaction between personal and environmental variables.
Say that one more time. I think. Did you catch it, Itara? Say it one more time for Itara.
For social learning theorists, behavior is the result of a continuous.
So break it down. Go ahead. Nice and slow. Go ahead.
Of a continuous interaction between personal and environmental variables.
Right. So behavior is closely aligned with the variables. Like, meaning, if I put a person in the hood, right, then and I create the environment that this person is going to be in. This person is in an environment where they got to hustle. The behavior that's going to come out of this person is they're going to be a hustler. If it's an environment where they got to kill, these people are going to be killers because they have to respond to the environment. And so it's closely aligned with the environmental variables, right? Keep reading.
Environmental conditions shape behavior through learning.
See that? So if you in the hood and you develop hood behavior, right? That's what you're going to be, that's the kind of behavior you're going to have. You're going to be a thug. You're going to act as a criminal. You're going to act as different things like that. And it works reciprocally, right? Meaning that the way you act is a result of the environment you live in, and then the environment you live in is based off is a result. Your behavior resulted as of the environment that you live in. So it goes both ways, right? Keep reading.
A person's behavior in turn shapes the environment. Persons and situations influence each other
reciprocally.
That
means it goes both ways, right? Y'all follow me, or do I need to slow down? All right. So behavior. So basically, it's like this, right? If you put a person in an environment, right, that they got to hustle, right? This person becomes a hustler. This person becomes a killer, right? Because they have to deal with their environment. So as a result of their environment, their behavior is, I become a killer or I become a drug dealer, right? Now that connection is made, wherever that person goes, they're going to create ghettos wherever they go. You ever notice wherever niggas go, it turns into a damn ghetto? Like, it's like you go someplace, drugs go there, and then it just turns into the hood. Whether it's a new block that gets opened up, you know what I'm saying? I know. I mean, I used to be out in the streets. You want to say something?
If I may, that's like when the Crips used to travel, like leave the West and go out Midwest to Ohio.
There you go. New Crip sets everywhere. Right. Then they over here in the West, East Coast. Now you got Crip sets and Blood sets in New York. You got Crips and Bloods in Atlanta and, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida now. You know what I mean? You got Blood sets everywhere. So it's like, because of that reciprocal, relationship that we have with the environment and behavior, then you go and you recreate that same environment everywhere you go. Right? Keep reading.
To predict behavior, we need to know how the characteristics of the individual interact with the characteristics of the situation.
All right, give me 1 second. I want to see something real quick. Hold on, real quick. I don't know. I think I just need like an update to this thing. Bring it back up. Give me 1 second, Charles. Just bear with me tonight. The devil is a liar. All right, here we go. That was Christian. All right, no sweat. So go ahead and read that line one more time.
To predict behavior.
To what?
To predict behavior.
We
need to know how the characteristics of the individual interact with the characteristics of the situation.
So, do y'all hear what they just said? To predict behavior, they have to what?
We need to know the characteristics.
The characteristics
of the individual. How it interacts with the characteristic of a situation.
And how they interact with the characteristics of a situation. So, they understand already that when they get a not guilty verdict for those cops that should go to jail, they know what you're going to do already, because they can predict your behavior already, because they've already tried and tested it. They've seen not guilty verdicts, and they know what black people are going to do. They know you're going to go and you're going to tear up the bus station. They know that you're going to turn a car over. They know that you're going to write Black Lives Matter over the damn wall. They know that black women are going to twerk on the police. They know that people are going to jump on a police car. They know that you're going to do these things. They know you're going to break into the 7-Eleven and steal lottery tickets, scratch-off tickets, and nobody ever wins. But they understand what you're going to do because they can predict your behavior. That right there is a power statement. And the black person who's in class, in psychology class, he doesn't look at it like that. He's looking at it like, oh, well, to predict behavior of these animals, of these rats, then this is what I have to do, right? Do these characteristics of this rat. But they don't understand that we have to put ourselves in the place of the rat, right? The rat, the dog. We are the dog. Matter of fact, we are prototype. The dog is a prototype of us in that situation, right? Keep reading.
Next paragraph is reinforcement in social learning.
Was that the end of the what's the name? Okay, no sweat. All right, so it says everything. Okay. All right, so pattern. I don't usually respond to people that's be coming in here trying to sell stuff, but if you can promote the channel, then yeah, hit me up. We could probably do something. All right, no sweat. All right, what's going on, Thashiyam? Okay, any scriptures dealing for women dealing with a gay son that rejects the truth? Like it say, man, real quick, man, but it say, man, if the unbelieving depart, let them depart. They not under bondage, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, remember, if you're in the truth, it said that it says the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, else were your kids unclean. So, but that's one thing that's good with the Most High, is that the sacrifice that you make, if you're in the truth, and I don't know if you are or not, but if you're in the truth, then your kids are clean too, because that's what the Lord does for your family. You know what I'm saying? Like it said, if the unbelieving depart, let them depart. If they're not under bondage, but it says the wife is sanctified by the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband, or it goes vice versa. The unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife. And I'm sure y'all know what sanctified mean, right? What are we doing? I thought we were sanctified.
Yeah, I know. But you gotta think about it. Not everybody.
Sanctified means to be cleansed. Sanctified means to be cleansed. Like, you're cleansed. Like, that's what the Lord is saying. Like, if it wasn't, then your kids wouldn't even be clean. You get my point? That's what he's saying. So when he says that, should I just read it? Want me to read it? All right, no sweat. All right, it's in Peter. It's in 1 Peter 3. Let me find it. Slugging. Let me just get it real quick. I think it's first. I think it's 1 Peter 3. Hold on, I'm gonna get there with you 1 second. Okay. Okay, 1 second. I'm about to get it for you right now. Got you right now. It's my bad. 1 Corinthians 7:15. Go ahead. Anybody?
I got it.
All right, you got it.
1 Corinthians 7:14.
1 Corinthians 7:14.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
Okay. First Corinthians. Hold on. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. I'm just trying to get there with you. You got it.
1 Corinthians 7:14. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Elsewhere, your children unclean, but now are they holy.
Right. So if it wasn't like that, your kids wouldn't be clean. You know what I'm saying? So this is basically, you want to look at it like this is the Lord looking out for you, looking out for your because of the sacrifice that you make, your family. You know what I'm saying? So if I got a rib who's not in the truth and she's, out in the world or whatever, but she's pleased to dwell with me, she's still with me, she doesn't vex me, things like that. That she's clean because of the sacrifice that I made. You get my point? That's what the Lord is saying. Now, if you got a kid that's gay and don't want to come to class and things like that, okay, you had want to say something, sis?
I'm confused.
What you confused about?
Okay, so say so then only one of us has to keep the law, statutes, and commandments?
No. Okay. This is not what this is saying. Okay. Okay, 1 second. I got you. All right, so let's go. We might have to go. So this, okay. This does not mean that only one person has to come in the truth and you're just like everybody could just do what they want. We're not talking about that. But what this is talking about here is that, if you were a woman, right, and y'all have kids together, right? This is a woman who's pleased to dwell with you. You get my point? And the kids in this particular thing, the kids don't have the choice. You get my point? Because they're your children. But like if a woman is with you in a relationship and like if you go up, the scripture says that she's pleased to dwell with you. You get my point? And so that means that she's not vexing you in the truth and stopping you from doing what you're doing. So that woman is sanctified through the husband. And also her kids are sanctified too, because that's that brother's kids. You get my point?
That says that she can, okay, she's pleased to dwell with you.
Right. This is not talking about like kids that are not pleased to dwell with you. You get my point? Like what the sister is talking about is somebody who's rejecting the truth. You get my point?
Wait, are you
if they're not rejecting the truth, you get my point? Then they're clean through you. But if they are rejecting the truth, then they're not. I don't know. Go ahead.
Rejecting it if she's not in it?
No, okay, she's not rejecting because, okay, she's not rejecting the truth because, okay, in a way, yes. But in this particular situation here, let's read up. All right, let's read down. All right. All right, no sweat. All right, verse 13.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman which hath a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him.
Mm-hmm.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
Right. So how? So if we're not okay. So if she's sanctified by if she's unbelieving, and she's sanctified by and he's sanctified by the wife, then why wouldn't it? How is she sanctified? You get my point? All he's saying is your wife and your kids are good. That's what he's saying. He's saying she's sanctified. She's cleansed by you. You know what I'm saying? And what he's saying is, so if go ahead, go ahead. The Rod's looking at it like, what the hell are you talking about?
I want to try because I get her we have a mental language. Okay, so you're in the truth, right? And when it comes to your children, aka Quincy, he's not quite in the truth, but yet he follows your rules of the house because you have rules that the truth gave you. He follows those rules to please you, even though he's not in the truth.
Right.
That's what that's what he said.
Right. So it's like.
So Quincy will be okay because he's living in your home. He's your child.
Right.
He's not disruptive. He's not pulling you out the truth. He's following the laws of the truth.
I got you.
Stay in your household.
I got you. Right. Your household. So what he's saying is, right. No, it's cool. It's cool. So it's the so read it one more time. Read it one more time. No sweat.
Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, start at 13.
Yeah, start at 13.
Chapter 7, verse 13. And the woman hath a husband that believeth not.
Right. So this husband, he don't believe. Right. He don't believe in the truth. Right. Keep reading.
And if he be pleased to dwell with her.
Right. Now he's pleased to dwell with you. He doesn't want to throw you away. He just haven't came around yet. Right. Right. He just might not have came around yet. And he can come around. You get my point? But in this particular situation, this brother, your sister that come to class, I knew a sister that came to class and her husband wasn't in the truth, right? But this sister was in the truth, and then next thing you know, her husband started showing up. You know what I mean? Maybe he just not on it at that particular time, but he's your husband. Right, so you're in the truth. He's not, but he's pleased to dwell with you. He see you come in with your head wrapped. He don't say take that shit off your head. He don't say yo take that dress off. He don't say yo don't go to class. He cool with you going to class. He cool with you doing you. Right, he's pleased to dwell with you. Keep reading.
Let her not leave him.
What? Say it one more time.
Let her not leave him.
Right, don't leave just because you come into the truth and your husband is not. He might not have came around yet. Don't leave him. A lot of camps, they have that doctrine where if you come in the truth and your wife ain't in the truth, then you can leave her or whatever. You know, that's crazy, right? Keep reading.
Verse 14. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
Right. The unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife. Hold on. 1 second. So let me check something real quick. Sanctify, right? It says set apart or declare holy, right? Consecrate. Another definition, make legitimate or binding by religious sanction. You know what I mean? So, or purify. So it's like that person is sanctified. They're solid because they're connected to you. You get my point? That's your rib. I mean, that's your husband. It's just like if I have a rib, I'm in the truth. You know what I mean? My rib is sanctified through me. You know what I mean? Even though she silly as hell, you get my point? That's the Lord saying, okay, you get my point? Your rib is sanctified by you. But this sister question is not about this particular part, because she's talking about she has a son who rejects the truth. He don't want to hear it at all. And that's why I pulled the part where it said that now we're gonna go ahead, keep going.
Continue where we were at.
Yeah, verse 14.
14. It's like, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean.
Right. So you read that one more time.
Else were your children unclean.
Right. Your children will be unclean if the Lord didn't sanctify your wife through. You get my point? If the Lord didn't do it, the kids that come out of her would be unclean.
Right.
So the Lord is saying, okay, because you the sacrifice that you make, then your kids and your wife are good. That's all it's saying.
Okay, I got that. But another question though. Why would the kids need to be sanctified if the mom is not in the truth?
What you mean? But hold on, I'm gonna come back to you, all right? But keep reading.
But now are they holy?
Mm-hmm.
But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Right. Say that one more time.
But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Right. So if you have a son, right, who just don't believe in it at all, and he just rejects everything, and he vexes this whole thing, and he got an issue with you doing this, then just let him go. If you got a wife and she's not in the truth, and she got an issue with you being in the truth, and she's coming at you and making your life a hell because of the truth, and she doesn't believe, then let her depart. It's like you like the Lord. Keep going. I just want to get this last part. Go ahead. Keep going.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
Right. They're not slaves. They're not slaves to this. If they don't want to accept the truth and they don't give a damn about none of it, then let them go. Keep going.
But God hath called us to peace.
Right. Because we got to have peace. You get my point? So it's a different criteria when you're looking at it. You know what I mean? Like my daughter is sanctified through me, even though she's not in here. You get my point? My daughter does not go on YouTube rants about me. She doesn't, talk down on the truth. My daughter is going to come to Passover, and a lot of this is, sometimes people just might need time. It's not like you just automatically just, say, to hell with you. Sometimes, a person might have to come around. I mean, think about it, right? When you first heard about the truth, how long did it take you to come in?
Deuteronomy 28:68.
Right. We all get hooked from the beginning, but I'm saying, when did you come into the truth? I'm not talking about when you like it. You like, yeah. I'm talking about when you really accept it and you really put it on, and it takes time. It takes time. Nobody comes right in the truth and they perfect right from day one. You got to get it in your head. You got to get it through your head through a lot of mistakes that you make along the way. People make mistakes. People don't come right in the truth and then automatically you just, 100%, flawless in the truth. You learn and you take stuff in. You learn and you receive it. You start to, you come to class, you work on it, and you get it in your spirit, and that's how you accept the truth. A person that there's people that all the time that come to class and automatically say they're in the truth, and then what? After 2 weeks, you leave. And now you escaping a cult. Now you're getting interviewed on damn Clubhouse, escaping a cult. Now you're escaping a cult. You accepted the truth right away, right? But you didn't really accept the truth. You just accepted the fact that you liked how niggas was breaking the scriptures down, or you saw niggas was handsome, or you saw, you know, somebody that you liked or whatever. So you gravitated to that. Maybe niggas, you felt that men were strong or something like that. I'm not saying every sister is the same, but maybe that might have been the reason. And then you come right in, you like, Shalom, y'all, Shalom, so much from y'all, what's side? Oh, I don't care. Man can have I don't care. Man can have as many wives. Man, I'm ready to share my man. And then as soon as he do it, you escaping the cult. You getting interviewed on damn Clubhouse because you really just talking. You haven't really received the truth. You're not really in the truth because you have to accept the truth. Right? Right. So the sister who has the son who she said was gay, right? Now, I don't know how old he is. Maybe sis, you might have to just tell me how old he is, because like if he's 18 or something like that, and he's living in your house, then you could tell him, look, you ain't gonna do that in here. You get my point? If you free to live your lifestyle whatever way you want to live it, but you ain't gonna do it in here. You get my point? You gotta do it out there. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta let them go. Do what you want to do. I mean, they not, like the scriptures say, they're not under bondage. Like, you don't want to have, like, you be like, you not gonna, you know how they be having, you ever see them shows where they try to pray the gay out of somebody? Like, you ever see that where they have like prayer circles, like the church come over and then they just trying to pray the gay out of you? Like, no, you ain't got to do all that. Look, you just let them know, look, you are not going to do that in my house. I have a certain way I like to live, and you got to look where you want to live, but you're not going to do it in this house. Yeah, that's what they're trying to hold you with another one to do. So people learn at their own pace, you know what I mean? And none of us who came in the truth in the beginning, that's why, like, when you're a trooper and you're a sister, you're a young man, or you're a student, you're a sister, you get that time. But this is what the Lord is saying. He's saying that, of course, Paul is saying it, but remember, whatever is bound on earth is bound in heaven. It wouldn't be here if the Lord wasn't down with it. So what he's saying is that, you know what I'm saying, if the unbelieving depart, let them depart. But if they please to dwell with you, they sanctify it. If they wasn't, then your kids, everybody that didn't believe, they would be unclean. You get my point? And the Lord is doing that as a benefit to you, if I could put it just like plainly. The Lord is doing that as a benefit to you, because Torah comes in here. She does what she's supposed to do. She's fighting through the truth, which is not easy to fight every day. And you know what I'm saying? You support brothers, you support the school, things like that. Then your kids is good. You get my point? That's the Lord saying, okay, I know your kids I know they they crazy as hell. They not, you know what I mean? But by you showing them that example, over time, they could come around. You know what I mean? Quincy could come into the truth. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm in the truth now, right? Do you know that I came in the truth in 2015, right? The ISUPK was here in 2007. They was here in 2007. Now I think about my life back in 2007. I probably rolled right past the UPK. They was right there on Rodney Square. It was General Mayak, General Katham Gabar, and who else was there? Well, who was it? Yeah, Captain Tawar. You know what I'm saying? It was brothers that was there. The video is so old that it's on Daily Motion. It wasn't even on YouTube. It was on Daily Motion. So I look at that, right? 2007, they was here in the school. I didn't come into 2015, 8 years later. So if you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you just never know what the Lord could have. Some people are going to receive it at different times. Right. So for the sister, I'm going to get back to you, sis. But for the sister, if you have a gay son who rejects the truth, then let him reject the truth. What you going to do? You gonna pray the gay out of him? You know what I'm saying? Because you know what's gonna happen. He's gonna go behind your back. You know what I mean? So it's just like, all right, well, then you gotta lay some ground rules. Now, if he's underage, then you don't get to say what the hell you want to do. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Shit, when I was underage, I couldn't do nothing. Even when I was 7, I got a beating when I was 16. The hell what are we doing? Ain't we still parents here? You know what I'm saying? My mom gave me a beating when I was 16. Come on now. I mean, that's crazy. But you can't do what you want to do when you're a kid. But if you're grown, then you got to do that out there. You gonna have to live that alternative lifestyle outside. You can do what you want. Ain't nobody holding you in here. Do what you want. Reject the truth. Go ahead. But you can live the lifestyle that you want. But also remember that I'm going to live the lifestyle that I want. Right? Just like you got the freedom to live your lifestyle, I got the freedom to live mine. And so in this house, you're not going to be homosexual. That's it. And let them go. All right. Any more on that?
We had the reinforcement and social learning part, sir.
Hold on. Matter of fact, keep going down. One more verse for Torah. But start at 15 and then go down to 16.
Sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Mm-hmm.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God hath called us to peace.
Right. For
what knowest thou of, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband?
See that? You don't know. How do you know? You might save your husband. Go ahead, keep going.
Or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife?
You see how it goes? It's just going both ways. So it's like, like the unbelieving wife, she might not believe right now, but she might believe later.
That's right.
You get my point? Or that brother, the sister might be like, man, this nigga don't ever want to come to the truth. That nigga end up coming to the truth and being a damn general in the damn school. You know what I mean? Who the hell knows? You know what I'm saying? But what you got to do, like I said, like the husband can be won by the conversation of the wife. You just got to you got to stay down and hold the line so that he can see, okay, this worked wonders for my wife. And now she's not, how she used to be. She don't smoke weed and she don't do this. And maybe I can get a little bit of that peace too. You get my point? And then that brother comes around or whatever. But the kids, they're cleansed too. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, kids, they might not necessarily do what we got to do as being in the truth, but they here, you know what I mean? They're around. I mean, it's not like they coming in here taking an oath of an officer. They just sit down here because you coming down here. You know what I mean? That don't mean they necessarily, taking an oath of a priest and, paying tithes and all that. They children. So they're sanctified through with the sacrifice that you make. All right. All right, no sweat. So we're going back to it. All right. You good, Iteron? All right, you ain't gonna go on Clubhouse, are you? I'm just messing with you. Iteron gonna be on Clubhouse like, she gonna be like, I'm just messing with you. They gonna be like, yo, Josiah, look who on Clubhouse. Having a damn, getting interviewed. All right, let's get it.
Reinforcement and social learning.
All right, we passed all that. So, psychology, man. Let's get back into it. All right, let's get back. Let's get it back. Right. The social learning theory. Right. The social learning theory is, is based off of how people react to the environment. Right. The behavior, in turn, is a result of the environment. And then in turn, a person shapes their environment through their behavior, right? Now, ultimately, what ends up happening? The environment lives through who? You, the person. Okay, I'll give you an example. How the hell when you see a nigga say, yeah, baby, where he from? There you go. you know a nigga from Louisiana. You know a nigga from Florida. You know what I'm saying? They just from different parts, right? Different environments. And the environment speaks through the person, right? Are y'all still with me? All right, no sweat. So let me go into this, all right? I'm going to bring this up real quick, and I'm going to take myself off the screen. Hold on. I'm going to take myself off the screen, and I'm going to play this video for y'all real quick. All right.
An ethologist named John Calhoun placed 8 rats in an enclosed environment with unlimited food and water. After a year, the population peaked, totaling about 2,200 rats. This overpopulation fundamentally changed the way the rats interacted. They became more violent, isolated, and even developed abnormal sexual behaviors. Male rats became vain and uninterested in females, spending most of their time grooming themselves. Even with an abundance of food, the rats resorted to cannibalism and killing their own offspring for no discernible reason. Calhoun called this phenomenon behavioral sink. A once thriving utopia turned into an apocalypse, ultimately killing off every last rat. Calhoun repeated this experiment 25 more times with other rodents, and the result was always the same. An ethologist named John Calhoun placed 8 rats in an enclosed environment with unlimited food and water. After a year, the population peaked, totaling about 2,200 rats. This overpopulation fundamentally changed the way the rats interacted. They became more violent, isolated, and even developed abnormal sexual behaviors. Male rats became vain and uninterested in females, spending most of their time grooming themselves. Even with an abundance of food, the rats resorted to cannibalism and killing their own offspring for no discernible reason. Calhoun called this phenomenon behavioral sink. A once thriving utopia turned into an apocalypse, ultimately killing off every last rat. Calhoun repeated this experiment 25 more times with other rodents, and the result was always the same.
Okay. Didn't I say we got it with this psychology? You have to put yourself in the place of the rat. They put a bunch of rats in one place. Don't that sound a lot like the ghetto? A bunch of niggas in one place. The projects. What started happening over time? And they gave them food. Because remember, in America, we're past a lot of us. I'm not saying the people that are, homeless or whatever, that's a very small number relatively compared to the population, right? But I'm talking about in America, the average working person who works, just the average person, you don't have to really worry about eating. You eat every day, right? Nobody in here is going to work you can't you can't walk because you starvation. Yeah, nah, that's not funny, man. Hey, that's not funny. Salaka, y'all, that's not funny. That's not funny, all right? They gonna report me, man. All right, so we pretty much know that, you know what I'm saying, we good. In America, what we go hunting on? A full stomach, right? When you go hunting, you going out in the woods to go look for a deer, you ain't hungry. Like in other countries, you go hunting because you hungry. There's a lot of tribes that go hunting, and they I get thinking about that one part, but they go hunting with one bullet. You know what I mean? They have a rifle with one bullet, literally, because they don't have no money for more bullets. So they literally go with one bullet. They got one shot. And if they miss this shot, the village ain't going to eat. You know what I mean? Or they could get this meat and they could sell some of this meat, you know what I mean, at the market to make a little bit more money to buy a couple of more bullets. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they literally live, right? And that one bullet, it's like, look, whoever got the gun, you better have a good shot. And they literally go through the jungle, and they literally they stalk a animal, you know what I mean, a hog or something, and they set up, boom, one shot, and that's it. And if they don't make it, they don't eat. You know what I mean? So this is how it is in other places. But here in America, we got first world problems over here. We don't, you know what I mean? Like over here, feminism is a first world problem. You think the women in the Ukraine right now are talking about feminism? How about the LGBT? Nobody gives a damn when bullets is raining down on you or bombs are dropping from the sky. The problems that we have in America are first world problems. You know, they're problems from people that are fed well. People that are fed good, people that are, you know what? Like I work at the water company, and I always use this example. I work at the water company. They literally clean the water, right? They clean the water. They spend millions of dollars, right, to clean water. And guess what people do with the clean water? Wash their car with it. They wash the car with it. We take clean water and water the grass. Sit like this for hours, just watering the grass. With clean water. Right. Africa, these people are drinking out of the same water with the zebras. And lions, the lions is drinking water. The zebras is drinking. The gazelles is drinking water, and is Africans over there drinking out of the same water. Here we are in America, spoiled as hell. We take the same. Matter of fact, we don't even drink tap water. We just wash our ass with it. That is ass water. It's ass water. That's what we use tap water for. It's ass water. We drink bottled water. Right? That's first world, right? So this experiment is showing that if you gave the rats everything they wanted, good nesting, good everything, eventually them being together, they would eventually turn on each other. And that's the ghetto. I'm going to read this for y'all, right? I'm going to put it up on the screen right here. Salakia, just bring it up real quick. I'm going to present this. I want y'all to see it. Let me see, Salakia. I think that's it right there. And I'm gonna bring it up here, right, so y'all can see it. All right. Oh, Salakia. Y'all gonna be like, man, this is crazy. Let me see if I can zoom in. I think that might, let's see. How the hell do you zoom in? All right, so I'll just read it, right? Matter of fact, you know what I'll do? I'll take myself out the stream. Salakia. Oh, y'all with me or what? All right, no sweat. Y'all could, if I'm moving too fast, I'll just slow down. All right, here we go. So this is the experiment, right? So y'all bear with me. Y'all watch this, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy. All right, here we go. I'm gonna mute my mic, and then I'm gonna come right back, all right?
The National Institute of Health in Washington, D.C., has attempted to answer this question. In a unique experiment that took years to complete, Dr. Calhoun used white mice to study population growth and its effects on individual behavior. In addition to his renowned research papers, he has recorded some of these observations on film. In this 16-cell mouse habitat, utopian conditions of nutrition, comfort, and housing were provided for a potential population of over 3,000 mice. Yet, in spite of ideal conditions, the mouse population met with catastrophe. Individuals were kept track of by color markings on their fur. Factors which normally control population growth, such as predation by owls or cats, were eliminated. Transmissible disease was also reduced. In effect, the mouse universe simulated the present situation of a continually expanding population of humans. To see how Dr. Calhoun's mouse universe grew, we'll use the familiar population graph again. Within the first 100 days, the mice went through the period Dr. Calhoun called strive. This was a period of adjustment. Territories were established and nests were made. The next period lasted about 250 days. The population of the mice doubled every 60 days. This was called the exploit period. The use of resources became unequal. Although each living unit was identical in structure and opportunities, more food and water was consumed in some areas. As the population increased, most mice associated eating and drinking with the presence of others, and crowding developed in certain units. The third period, consisting of 300 days, found the population of mice leveling off. This was called the equilibrium period. Dr. Calhoun noticed that the newer generations of young were inhibited, since most space was already socially defined. At this time, some unusual behavior became noticeable. Violence became prevalent. Excess males strived for acceptance, were rejected, and withdrew. Huddling together, they would exhibit brief flurries of violence among themselves. The effects of violence became increasingly visible.
Now, did y'all hear what they said? They started becoming gangs. They started moving in units and attacking other ones. Ain't that like they was the Bloods and Crips? They was the MS-13. Do you see how they use rats as the prototype to say, okay, so this is what happens when you put a whole bunch of people together and you crowd them up, you know what I'm saying? You crowd them in one specific space. Eventually, they're going to start fighting each other. Go ahead. I'm speaking to the mic.
They even knew that the environment would create deadbeat dads and mothers.
They knew that they hold on, say it one more time. Say it one more time. Say what you just said.
I said they knew that the mice would become deadbeat parents. They
Yeah.
started abandoning their children.
Right. And they was going against nature. Then they started becoming homosexual.
Right.
The mice started becoming homosexual. They understood, like, do y'all see what is going on right now? This is the ghetto. Right. Then you had some that just all they was focused on was just looking good. You had some mice that weren't even concerned about nothing. They were just concerned about looking good. Ain't that how we are?
I need them Jordans, yo.
Yeah, I need the Jordans. I need my hair done. I need this. I need that.
Get them, that grill up going on.
Right. Need my grill. I need my jewelry. Some that they weren't concerned with nothing but just looking good. Right. You had mice that were in gangs that were going out and attacking other mice. You had mice that were not taking care of their kids. Go ahead. Psychology books, man.
Yeah, he reads a lot.
Psychology books, man. Like when you start to really see it, and then also y'all can read a book. It's called by Dr. Amos Wilson called Blueprint for Black Power. The book is like this big. Now he's Afrocentric. He's a psychologist. He's Afrocentric, but I mean, the dude is heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's heavy. Now, if you could just get through, you rooted in the truth, and you can get through it when they talk about the Africans and all that. At the base of it, I mean, he got a lot of good information. All right, Dr. Amos Wilson. You know what I'm saying? He's actually, I watched one of his lectures, and he turned me on to the book that you have right now. But I didn't know that it was that edition. I had to keep looking and going through. I even bought a couple books that I didn't even need. But I just kept trying, and I kept looking, and then I finally got one book that referenced that book, and then that's how I found it. You know what I mean? And so that's what this is talking about. So I'm gonna go back to it, and we're gonna finish up the video. All right, here we go.
Certain individuals became targets of repeated attack. These individuals would have badly chewed and scarred tails. Other young mice growing into adulthood exhibited an even different type of behavior. Dr. Calhoun called these individuals the beautiful ones. Their time was devoted solely to grooming, eating, and sleeping. They never involved themselves with others, engaged in sex, nor would they fight. All appeared as a beautiful exhibit of the species, with keen and a healthy, well-kept body. These mice, however, could not cope with unusual stimuli. Though they looked inquisitive, they were, in fact, very stupid. Dr. Calhoun called the last period the die phase, leading the population into extinction. Although the mouse utopia could house 3,000, the population began to decline at 2,200. In the shift from the equilibrium to the die phase, each animal became less aware of associates, despite all animals being pushed closer together. Dr. Calhoun concluded that the mice could not effectively deal with the repeated contact of so many individuals. The evidence of violence increased to the point where most individuals had had their tails bitten to some degree. Eventually, the entire mouse population perished. Dr. Calhoun's experiment is a classic example of a typical population and its growth when left unchecked. Research in this area continues under his supervision. Currently, Dr. James Hill has taken the basics of the Calhoun experiment to study social behavior even more closely. In his
Y'all see this, man. Look, man, I'm trying to show y'all something, man. Trying to show y'all what's going on here. Salakia, I got a couple more minutes, but I'm gonna go a couple more minutes over because we started late. All right. So, any questions? What do you think about it, Itara?
It's proven true.
Can you get a sister the mic? I want to hear what she said. So that people know what she said. Is it turned on? Oh, you got it. You got it, sis.
All right. What I was saying, sir, is it's heavy and it's a proven theory. Yeah, because that's exactly what's happening, and not necessarily.
You want a drink? Oh,
not
okay.
necessarily just in the ghettos, just in the urban, any urban area, USA. This is fitting to be true. So that's just heavy.
Yeah. When you look at like, and this is why, man, I tell you, if I've in the truth, man, you know how like sometimes we kind of, Captain Tazariak thing was, the black man's, the miseducation of the black woman and the black man and everything like that. It's like my thing is to really bust down this psychology thing, man, and just show y'all literally how they're doing it. Now, it's backed by power, of course. You know what I'm saying? It's backed by power, but this is how they're able to control us today. Like, because I grew up, I never had like, somebody, making me have to, go through a bunch of racial stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is what kind of like got me on the track, because I was like, well, how are they able to control us today? And you see that they control us through psychology, through our minds. Like if they want women to twerk all day on TikTok, this is what they do. Everything you do that's not that, they'll make it against community guidelines. So what do women do? Well, it's clear that TikTok, look, I put a video up on TikTok and it was about a book and they took it down, right? I fought it and they let it go through and then they took it down again and they didn't give me the option to fight it. You know what I'm saying? Like and so it's clear with TikTok wants. TikTok wants women to be twerking. That's it. They don't want you talking about nothing that's going to change black people. You know what I'm saying? And this is how in America, this is how they want it. Like you can say whatever you want, long as nobody listening to you. Because remember, the oppressor listens to. Remember, we was watching this last night. The oppressor doesn't listen to you. Right. They look at the reaction of the people that's listening to you. So that's it. We could be on the corner all day saying that the oppressor is the devil. And we can say all day that we the Israelites and Christ is black. They don't give a damn. Right? You know, what they do give a damn about is black people coming into the truth. That's when they really start to pay attention. So what we got to do as black people, Hispanics and Native Indians, is we got to come into the truth. Don't give them what they want. They want you not to be in the truth. They want you to just sit on the sideline, twerk all day, not give a damn about nothing serious that's going on. Me and Captain Ariel was going back and forth about this on the show. Root of Speech 3.0, check it out, Friday nights. We was, shameless plug, we were talking about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, the oppressor is very, very analytical. And black people are very, very neurotic. Right? We're people that's not analytical. Not saying that we're not smart, because we are smart. And it's not saying that the blame falls on black people per se. The blame falls on the leadership of black people, who's not gained enough to understand what the hell is going on. They literally did a rat experiment about niggas in the ghetto, and nobody caught it. Nobody caught that. You know what the government did once they found out that he did that? They gave him land so that he can make more, that he can, once they seen he was doing that experiment, they was like, oh man, you got some good research going on. All right, here's $2-3 million. Go buy you some land and go make a real big rat utopia. Yeah, facility. And hire some people. Hire some people to work with you. And then get them to come to work every day and watch the rats. And then do all your research and then turn it over to us. And then once they get the research, they say, okay, well, the rats was doing this by 100 days. Okay. People are a little bit more perceptive. So maybe it might not be in 100 days. Maybe it might be in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. You know my point? And so now the thing, the experiment that has been put in place, everybody know with the projects is called a project. Literally a project. It's a scientific project. And they know that long as niggas is around each other, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna kill each other. We're gonna be violent. We're gonna leave our children. We're gonna, all the things that come along with a breakdown in society is what's gonna happen to Black and Hispanics and Native Indians. Because what we don't understand is that we're in a psychological warfare that's going on, whether you like to believe it or not. You can't be in the best position to fight a war unless you know that you're in one. I mean, how crazy can we get? Let me get Ephesians 4:14. We got 32 people in here. That's right. 32. All right. But let me get, okay. Hold that. Ephesians 4:14, right? I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna scribe this real quick. But if you could, Nahalia, if you could go to the front of the book, right? The very front of the book. And the very, very front. And what is that? What's that second one say?
Page 490.
Yeah, page 490. We're going to look into the psychology book of what a normal person is, right? Have you ever wondered what the psychology definition of a normal person is? Huh? Go ahead, Itara. What's up? Are you normal?
You said something like this before. You said something like, if you're like everyone else, you are, I forgot the word that you used.
Okay. According to psychology books, we're abnormal people.
Okay.
Yeah, we're abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. I had that wrong. We're normal people. We're normal. According to psychology, we're normal people. We're not abnormal. We're abnormal in the sense of how we are today. As a people, we're abnormal because everybody else is normal. Like you look at the Chinese, the East Indians, everybody around the earth, they're normal. They see life for what it is. But I got you, sis. You got it. Did I have it highlighted? Yeah. Is it highlighted? All right, no sweat. You got it. Number one from where it's highlighted.
Efficient perception of reality.
Hold on. Read the beginning, like normal. You know what I mean?
What is normality? Normality is even more difficult to define than abnormality.
Say it one more time. You say it in the mic from the beginning, please.
Normality is even more difficult to define than abnormal.
Hold on. Let them know where you at.
I'm on page 490.
What book is that?
15. Psychology, the 9th edition.
Right, Psychology, the 9th edition. All right, we don't hire books in the ISUBK. We get the books out there. All right, so if you get a book and I don't have it, look, turn me on. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay, what is normality? Normality is even more difficult to define than abnormality.
Mm-hmm.
But most psychologists would agree that the following qualities indicate emotional well-being. These characteristics do not make sharp distinctions between the mentality
Let me see that real quick.
The mentally healthy, Salaki.
Let me see that real quick. Salaki. I just want to see that real quick. I just want to see something. Hold on. All right, I got it. Okay, what the brother was reading was right, but this is what I really wanted. All right. What is a normal person? A normal person, we're going to read the bullet points. A normal person has an efficient perception of reality. That's a normal person. A person that has a efficient perception of reality. Normal individuals are fairly realistic in appraising their reactions and capabilities and interpreting what is going on in the world around them. So, do we interpret what's going on in the world around us? Yay? Nay? Right. Black people don't interpret what's going on in the world around them. Because if they understood what was going on in the world around them, they would understand why the Chinese man is in their neighborhood. They would understand why the East Indian is there. You know, do y'all know why the Chinese are in the black neighborhood? Anybody? Grab the mic. Anybody? Why are they there?
To drain the black dollar out of the neighborhood.
That's the end result, but why are they there? Go ahead, sis. Can you handle the mic, please?
I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we allow them.
No.
No?
Mm-mm. I'm going to show y'all. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all the video. Oh, am I? I'm in. Salakia. I didn't think that it was going to, what's the name? Let me in. All right, no sweat. So we got, let me see. I'm in my TikTok right now. All right. Captain Ariel, I sent him everything. All right. I'm going to show y'all why. All right. I'm going to get it from a Chinese person's mouth. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to share it with y'all. Hold on. You seen this? All right. No sweat. I'm going to take this out the stream. Hold on. Take this out the stream. Let me let's see. Add this into the stream. You still on here, Thussy? Give me a 1 if you still here. All right. Thussy ain't here no more. He sleep. All right. So I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring this into the feed, y'all, and then I'm gonna take myself out of the stream because y'all don't need to see me. All right. So check this out. This is a Chinese person. Huh? So he's still here? Damn, Thussy, all right, most high Christ. Hey, Thussy, you gonna use this for your class, man. All right, here we go, y'all.
Important. Asian Americans were redlined from opening businesses in white neighborhoods because white people didn't want Asian Americans operating in their neighborhoods and didn't want Asian Americans profiting off of white people. But because the positionality of Asian Americans is weaponized to oppress Black people, Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in Black communities, even though Black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities. And as I've said before, as a result of this, Black wealth is essentially paid out twice when it goes to Asian American businesses, once when the individual pays for the goods or services, and then again when the Asian American business owner removes the profit from the community. Because usually people open businesses in their own communities, and this is mutually beneficial, where the business owner is making a livelihood off of providing goods and services to their community. And by being a member of the community, they're contributing and they're investing back into the community. This is an ideal situation, and that is not what happens with Asian American businesses operating in Black communities. Yes, this is really important. Asian Americans were redlined from opening businesses in white neighborhoods because white people didn't want Asian Americans operating in their neighborhoods and didn't want Asian Americans profiting off of white people. But because the positionality of Asian Americans is weaponized to oppress Black people, Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in Black communities, even though Black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities. And as I've said before, as a result of this, Black wealth is essentially paid out twice when it goes to Asian American businesses, once when the individual pays for the goods or services, and then again when the Asian American business owner removes the profit from the community. Because usually people open businesses in their own communities, and this is mutually beneficial, where the business owner is making a livelihood off of providing goods and services to their community. And by being a member of the community, they're contributing and they're investing back into the community. This is an ideal situation, and that is not what happens with Asian American businesses operating in Black communities.
Damn, man, look at that. Now do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? Nobody believes, right? That's crazy. That's right, Thushiyam. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an Asian woman telling you why they're in your hood. They're in our neighborhoods because they got redlined, just like we get redlined. But they got redlined because white people didn't want them taking money out of their communities. So they said, okay, you can take money out of Black people's community. So not only do they take the profit from us when we go and buy 4 chicken wings and fried rice, shrimp fried rice, they also take it a second time once they take the profit off of what they made and they remove it from the community. So just imagine them removing money since the 90s, since the 80s. They're just removing money out of the ghetto. And that money sends their kids to private school, sends their kids, and it finances their kids into not being criminals. Right. It finances their kids to not have to be a part of criminality. So now their kids are financed into not having to be criminals. But what do our kids get? You gotta be a criminal. You're gonna have to bust somebody in the head to get something. That's clear. You know, these young niggas, they look at this is what young niggas understand. Young niggas understand that they have to bust niggas in the head to get what they want. Because this is what we created for them. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we? Second generation from the crack epidemic? First generation, second, third generation? Some of us that was born in the 70s, third generation from the crack epidemic. You know, us as it was in the 80s. What you first generation crack epidemic? But I'm saying that the kids that are right now, I'm talking about 2000, those kids that are out there right now, they're going to pull a gun to your head. And you think that they're not going to, but they are. Because they're the rat. And you're the rat. And you're in the utopia. You're experiment number 25. You're in experiment 25. And they are going to rob you on your way to your house. When you pull up and you get my bags. I'm gonna get these iPads out of here that I bought for Christmas. Niggas coming to get that. Niggas coming to get that PlayStation 5. Yeah. Those loafers, what? The Gucci loafers? Niggas coming to get that. You ain't wearing no Gucci loafers. You're going to have to call Amazon and tell them that you didn't get them. Nigga getting those. What? You going to have to put in a report. Nigga getting those, and guess what? He might take your life. He might bite your tail. He might bite your tail a little bit. But he getting that computer. I know. I ordered a computer from Amazon. Somebody got me. They took the computer out and then stuffed everything back in the box. I said, damn. Okay. I bought the computer from Best Buy. I said, damn, I can't even trust the delivery no more. I just go in person and just, the white man hand me a computer. I get the computer and I leave the store. Like it was like, I was like, damn, it's like, that shows you where we're at with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally on my camera, I caught somebody stealing the vest that my rib bought me for damn Passover. You know what the brother did? He walked past, looked back, just picked it up and kept walking. Like it wasn't even nothing. We in experiment 25. We all in the same hole. We all in the same. We got food though. We can eat, right? We got food. We got water. Everybody got water. We got food. We got water. We got everything like the rats had. We got a place to lay down, a place to live. But guess what, man? There's groups that's forming that's trying to take all of that. It's trying to take everything that you might have. The crab in the barrel, ideology. You said you experiment number 24. So that's what I wanted to bring out, man. But let me get back to the normal, man, the normal individual. Normal individuals are fairly realistic in appraising their reactions and capabilities and interpreting what is going on in the world around them. They do not consistently misperceive what others say and do. They do not consistently over-evaluate their abilities and tackle more than they can accomplish, nor do they underestimate their abilities and shy away from difficult tasks. The normal individual deals with reality. That's pretty much what it is. The abnormal individual is one that wrestles and doesn't deal with reality. This is psychology. Look, you think I'm lying? Look, it's right here. See? Look at that. Psychology. I'm not capping. Look, check it out, Thushiam. I'm not capping. I'm not doing none of that. Look at that. I'm not capping. Psychology. This is the introduction to psychology. This ain't even the real deal. You know what I mean? To get you all the way into it. Huh? What you say? Yeah, they ain't the meat and potatoes. That's an introduction to psychology. This is the first course you learn when you come in. And they understand that according to psychology, black people aren't normal. We're abnormal people. We don't perceive what goes on around us. We misperceive. And because we misperceive, we don't deal with reality. It's clear to see that Joe Biden ain't going to do nothing for black people. But guess who we're going to vote for again when Donald Trump comes back? Joe Biden. Because we don't see the reality of what's going on around us. Instead of not voting, we're going to vote. Black people saw him give away money to everybody. They talking about ain't no more money left. That's what they talking about. Ain't no more money left in the United States. They said it's done. The money is all gone. Look, they said it. Look, literally, if you got $250,000, if you got millions of dollars in the bank, and you're like, yo, let me get $500,000 because I want to stun on camera with $500,000 cash. You know what the bank's gonna tell you? We can give you we don't got it. We can give you like 20,000, and then give us another couple weeks, and then we can produce the other 20, another 20. But in order to get you 250,000, in order for us to give you $250,000, it's going to take a little bit of time. You're going to have to give it some time because all the money is just digital. It's not real money. You know what I'm saying? And this is the decline. You know what I'm saying? But we don't see it like that. We just see, those rappers that got all like, Yeah, all this money sitting out. That they keeping that money. You know, like you see how rappers be having, or like boxers be having all the money all on the floor on social media. Somebody's picking that bread up after the video. They probably give him, and guess what they probably give him? And guess what they probably give him? $100. It's all fake. They're like, yo, man, I'm getting it like that. Yo, I'm getting it like that. They got the gun that shoot the money. Yeah, we getting it like that. We getting it. 2-minute video or a minute and a half, done. Hey, yo, man, all right, here's $100. Clean everything up. Get all that money back. And so I'll go to the next spot and I'll do the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's really how it goes. Psychology, man. It's been played on us, man. I don't want to go too much further, man. Damn. I won't go too much further, man. We got 30 people in here, man. What's up? Get those likes up. And y'all can subscribe to Root and Speech Vidcast 3.0. We're going to be on there Friday night at 9 o'clock. Look, the last episode we did, it was 4 hours. And 4 hours and 9. You was there? You heard it?
I was knocked out. Because when I got up in the morning, I said, he just got off 3 hours ago.
Yeah, we were. I don't know why we went that long. We went that's the longest podcast we've ever done. We was just talking and talking and talking and just running our mouth. And somebody in the comments said, man, this should be the late night show. You know what I'm saying? Because we was just talking, man. I mean, from 10 until 2:30, close to 300. I mean, 3 in the morning. Yeah, we was on for 4 hours, man. 4 hours. Just talking and talking and talking. We need to get some brothers down here, man. We got to get Itara down here, too, talk about this child support. Well, we're going to 4 or 5? What? What you trying to do? Okay, no sweat. All right, no sweat. So shout out to Jasmine Evans. Shout out to you. All right, so the Passover's coming up. If you don't have your room, kill yourself. Yeah, just kill yourself. You are going to be homeless at the Passover. You're gonna be homeless. I mean, yeah, brothers can sleep on the floor. That's fine. Yeah, sleep on the floor. But yeah, we've been telling everybody since November, October. Get your room. Yeah, get your room. Get everything set up so that you could be there. We're going down Wednesday. We got the Black Party coming up. The Black Party is going to be lit. And then Command Junior Hana, I think he added another 2 hours onto it too. So we don't got to get out at 1. I think we're going to be going even more because they want people to just party. So, yeah, so it's going to probably end at 2, 3, something like that. But we're going to be there mad early. So, yeah, the Black Party is going to be popping. We got the plantation that's going to be early that morning. I'm taking my mom. My mom is going to go to that plantation. My mom going to that plantation. So Mom Dukes is going. And you know what I'm saying? Anybody who is going to go down, try to get down there Wednesday. If you can get down there Wednesday night so you can wake up in the morning and then just go to the plantation. They got another tour that's going to go on at the Black Wall Street. Yeah, Black Wall Street. I may or may not go to that because I got the Black Party to deal with. But I might just swing past the what's the name or whatever, the Black Wall Street joint. But we got buses and everything for everybody to get on. So that you can get to all the events. We got buses. We got buses to get to the Passover. We got buses back from the Passover so you can get good and liquored up. And then we also got night care for your kids. So sisters can go, brothers can go, and it just is what it is. We're gonna be lit. Barack Wanah, maybe she might be here. I don't know. Maybe she might bring some hot sauce. Who knows? Yeah, Barack Wanah might show up with some hot sauce. If she got, look, I'm gonna say it right now. If Barack Wanah got hot sauce this year, now I don't know if she gonna have it or not. I'm gonna buy a bottle. All right, there we go.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy a bottle. I know she's gonna catch me after I buy meat trees and head pieces and everything else. I'm gonna be $600 in, and then she gonna say, "I got some hot sauce. You want some?" And I'm gonna have to get it. All right. So yeah, so we getting it on like that. Passover's jumping. Anybody got any more questions they want to bring out? All right, Tara, you good? Sanctified? Sanctified, right, by the husband? No? All right, no sweat. Okay, you gonna be there? Okay, Most High in Christ to you. And we're going to be in the building. So, look, I'm going to go ahead and end it right now. It's ISBK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of One West, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Rules for brothers and sisters. New brothers and sisters are off limits, right? They're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only, right? So, like, you see a sister, just salute her, all right? If a brother or sister has a particular interest in a brother or sister, they're to seek counsel from the heads. Why? Because you can ruin your life. And I'm trying to stop you from not doing it. All right? Because maybe you might not be compatible. All right? All right? So maybe you might not be compatible. So that's why you talk to the heads. All right? Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 3, 8, and 10. I think it's Malachi 3, 8, and 10 by Asherah. 10th of any increase that you get, you give to your tithes, right? Now, the free will offering for priests is not mandatory with whatsoever amount you would like. So, like, you drop me some gas money, man. Yeah. Drop me some gas money, man. Throw something in there, man. What the hell? Look, if it's in your spirit. I mean, you've been giving your money to the Africans for the last 30 years. They play that damn video. Y'all see that viral video of the African crying and then he started laughing? Yeah, he started laughing. Yeah, they know how to put that on because they know black people over here are gonna feel sorry. All right, so free offering for priests is not mandatory with whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Passover. All right. If you haven't got your room yet, then just know that you're going to be, in your car, or maybe you'll find somebody that's nice that'll take you in. You know what I mean? It's 80,000 people that's supposed to be there. J. Cole is having a concert. I didn't know how famous J. Cole was, but J. Cole is famous. And he gonna have a lot of people there in Raleigh, and that's his hometown. So they're gonna pop out. So it's gonna be us out there with all the whole IHPK out there, and it's gonna be the rap community out there. So rooms are gonna they're gonna get price gouged. I got a couple of rooms at the Quality Inn, $100 a night. If you ain't got in there, hit me up. Also, go ahead, sis. Is there anything anybody can learn from?
Exactly.
$100 a night. It's the Quality Inn.
Is it right, like down to nearby Salisbury?
No, it's about a mile away from the Passover venue. Yeah, about a mile away from the Passover venue. Yeah. All right, no sweat. I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna give everybody a number, This is from Captain Zakar. All right. So this is Captain Zakar. Hold on, Salakia. Well, yeah, they can definitely call. That's what we want everybody to do. Okay, Captain Zakar. Okay, the Quality Inn. Listen up. The number is 919-863-0091. I say it again. 919-863-0091. This is the phone number for the affordable hotel opportunities. It's $100 per night. We can have the entire hotel if we move fast to book. Booking name, UPK Family Gathering. UPK Family Gathering. This location comes with a complimentary meeting room that we can utilize for the duration of our stay. So if you want to, hang out or whatever, it comes with a complimentary room. A complimentary meeting room. You know how they had the meeting rooms in the hotels. So the number is 919-863-0091. So nobody can say, I did not hear what he said. I'm saying it slow so everybody can know. All right? Because somebody's going to say, well, I never heard it before. And then I'm just letting you know I can go back to this video. Okay. Can we park at the Passover venue? Yeah, you can park at the Passover venue. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Now, okay. It's totally on. Okay. The general wants you to take the bus, but it's totally on your, how some people are. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I got my mom with me. I'm not catching the bus when I got my mom's with me. You get my point? Like, I might need to leave quick. And I just gonna have, if I pull up to the venue and they talking about it's $10 a park, I gotta get hit for the $10 because if I'm on the roll, I'm gonna roll right now. You know what I mean? So moms might need to go. She might be like, oh, I'm out. I need to go back to the room. Then I gotta take my mom back to the room and then I can drop her off and come back. But the point is, you gotta work it on what your particular situation is. So if you don't got no responsibilities, then get on the bus. If you do, then you might want to take your car and take the hit for the parking. It might be $20. I don't know, $10. I mean, 10, 20, 30. Well, probably not 30, but probably like 10 or 20. Just expect that 10 to 15 or something like that, 20. Yeah, it's extra seats on the buses. Yup. Do that. Get on the bus. You ever watch that movie, Get on the Bus? Get on the bus. All right. I'm just trying to answer everybody's question. Okay, so you can get Makwadash, you can go to every single venue on the bus, or you can go to every single venue in your whip. Whatever your situation is, you know what I'm saying? You might have some kids that they might just be too bad and they might have to go home. It might have to go back to the room real quick and say, like, if the bus is still there, you know what I mean? If the bus ain't leaving until an hour from now and you got to go now, if you kind of keep that in consideration too, because you're going to be like, yo, I got to go. I always look at it like I might have the runs or something. You know what I'm saying? And I need to roll now. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait until this bus leaves another hour or two. So, hey, look, all right, we out. And I'm going back to the room. So just use your discretion. And yeah, there are extra seats on the buses. And do we have to pay for these seats? Yes, it is a fee for the seats. Don't quote me on the price. I believe it's like a small fee, just to kind of get you back and forth or something like that. But check Captain Kadazar. Go ahead.
Also ask Captain Kadazar if one time or every time? Because there was a conversation that came up. Do we every day, like Wednesday?
Yeah.
Do we have to pay that fee every day, or is it a one-time straight-up fee, and we can just roll with the buses?
Okay, y'all know I keep it real. I don't know exactly that part. Like, okay, how it's gonna rock, but I do know that it's gonna be they are gonna have what's that word called? They are gonna have damn, I can't think of the word. Mercy. You know what I mean? They are going to have mercy on your pockets. All right. So it's not like if you got $10, you can't get on the bus. No, it's not like that. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? They got a set price, but if you like, yo, man, I'm trying to get on this bus and go back, man, I got $5. They're not going to say, no, you can't get on this bus with $5. No, they're not going to do that. You know what I mean? It's you know, you work it out. You know what I mean? I've seen brothers get into the Passover. It's the $200 fee to get into the Passover. I've seen brothers that say, honestly, hey, I might not have it. They're not going to turn you away. Commander Johanna is not going to turn nobody away from the Passover. You know, don't think that because you don't have, you know, the 200 to get in, that you're not getting in the Passover. No. To get that out your head. Commander Johanna will let you into the Passover, whatever you got. You know what I mean? If you don't have nothing, you still can come in the Passover. All right? Hopefully that clears everything up. All right? Nobody is excluded from the Passover. Okay, so sis, you gotta sis, you gotta pay attention to they putting it out right now. Look on Captain Katazar's page. Katazar, Chaataza. Look on Captain Katazar's page for the pickup locations for the bus. You know what I'm saying? Also, you can look on Captain Tawar, Tahawar. Look on his page too as well on Facebook, and you'll be able to see the times that the buses and the pickup locations for the buses. I believe that's even out right now. All right? Everybody good with the Passover? We good? All right, no sweat. All right, so we're going to get up out of here, man. This is the ISUBK. Start out of 1 West Harlem, New York under Commander Johanna. And this is the ISUBK Brotherhood and Sisterhood class, and we out of here, man. All right? Let's roll.
I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, this hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first.
Yeah, man, y'all shit was dope, man. Yo, Zara, you really about to go to New York, bro?
Yo, man, we out.
Man, you ain't going no damn New York, bro. You don't be going nowhere like that. Yo, man. See, I've been places, you know what I'm saying? I travel. I go, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what about you, Shrew?
I mean, niggas don't really be going nowhere, but I do. I know I do.
Where you been at? Where you been at, man?
Shit, I be out Puerto Rico, I be out Cuba.
Shit, I've been in the
This nigga ain't been no motherfucking Cuba, man.
Where's your Cuban cigar at,
Niggas go to Baltimore act like they been somewhere.
I've been places too. I've been to places too.
I don't know what you gonna need.
Man, what you Cap? Well, I know Captain. He's an international. Where you got? You've been all over the place, Captain.
Trinidad, Canada.
Damn,
I've been around, man.
Damn, you been out there with drinking and shit?
Damn, that's better than what I was.
What about you, Yashima? What's up?
No, I'm from Jamaica, but I've been Canada, Florida, New York.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Philly.
Shit. What about you, Cap?
Well, I'll tell you where y'all niggas ain't been.
Yo, Cat, where you been though, man?
Man, I've been where y'all niggas ain't been. I've been to the Passover.
What?
Yeah, y'all never been there? You ain't never been to the Passover?
Damn, Cat, that was a hurt piece.
Y'all ain't never been to the Passover? Y'all ain't never been to the Passover?
What the fuck is the Passover?
You ain't never been to the Passover? You ever been to the Passover? My bad. But y'all ain't never been to the Passover?
Unfortunately not.
You got the lamb slaughter. You got General Muhammad's class. We got the children's party. They got stuff for the kids to do. We got babysitters. They need babysitters.
I love the kids. I ain't playing with them kids.
And we're gonna have a black party.
Shit.
And guess what?
What's that?
If you pay your Passover fees up front, you can get in the black party for free.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Black party. It's gonna be performances there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be open bar with the beer and the wine all night. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be in the building. You know what I mean?
Black party? Shit.
Keep going.
You already know what it is. We do it bigger and better every year. This year, the 54th annual Passover.
And before the Passover, we got the biggest party of the year. It's the annual Black Party, March 30th. That's on a Thursday at the Durham Armory. Make sure y'all in the building.
And the moment y'all all been waiting for, the 54th annual ISUBK Passover, April 1st. April 1st, we doing it big. Once again, serving the Most High in Raleigh, North Carolina.
And you can get all of that at this year's Passover. Y'all ain't never been to the